All our best stuff gets lost when we're not recording.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Right? That's some high quality Jokeroonies.
That's what did the kids say? That's some high quality H2O.
Yeah, that's some high quality H2O.
What are you doing?
I'm recording.
We're not recording.
No, we are. We're live.
Oh no.
We weren't. Now we are.
Oh no. Right. Okay, hello and welcome to Basements, Faults, and Catapults. I'm one of your hosts, Aaron.
And I'm Trevor.
And here we're going to be looking at games, genres, and the things that we enjoy in gaming.
And to do that, we're going to randomly select a genre each episode.
Yeah, we'll give a brief rundown of that genre.
And then we'll select 2 games. One of these games will be something we want to catapult into glory, while the other will be cast into the fault lines, riddling our basement lair. The catch, and what we hope will be the fun part, is neither of us will have played, or at least played heavily, the titles the other has selected.
Yeah, so we're going to take those titles, the best, the worst, we'll divide them up. We're going to give it an hour of playtime, or thereabouts. We're going to meet back up, and we're going to chat about our experiences.
That's when we'll give our own opinions of the other's game, celebrate where we agree, and refrain from murdering each other where we disagree. After all, not everyone can have a perfect opinion.
Yeah, and that's it. We hope that you'll join us, listen in, maybe inspired to try a few titles along the way, and, maybe let us know exactly why our opinions are trash.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, women couldn't apply for a credit at a bank until after 1974.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah, I like that. It's
feels better. It's getting a little more brand recognition.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
I like I like that women are getting equality and are able to apply for credit at a bank.
Equally liable to become debt slaves.
Yes, I mean we should all be equally liable to become debt slaves.
Yeah.
To corporate world. I used to say corporate America, but now it's kind of corporate the world.
Yeah, it's corporate world.
I feel like it's almost like a JoJo move at this point. It's like corporate the world.
The world. Oh, no. And much like JoJo, we're frozen, stuck in place, while a blood-sucking monstrosity destroys our future.
Yes. The mask of the corporate vampires. So what are we here to do today?
Well, Trevor, we're here to play some video games.
Not talk about how depressing everything is?
Yeah, everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
All right, if you're new to the format or just wanting a quick refresh, we have a lovely random number generator that Trevor has taken. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and say hours of his time to create. It's absolutely amazing. We're constantly updating and refining it. And on that RNG are genres that correlate to numbers. Mm-hmm. I'm going to roll a d20. That d20 will be how many times he hits the randomizer button.
Yes.
And we're going to get a genre out of that.
Yes.
We're going to get 3 options. And Trevor, we have some special rules.
Yeah, we have some special rules. So we've got 3 it's like a slot machine. What we do is typically we will play what lands in slot 1. If we've done it too recently, we'll move on to slot 2 or 3. But if something lands, and this is probably never going to happen, the probability is in the range of like millions at this point. But if all 3 land on anything particular, we are forced to do that one, no matter what. And we did that mostly because while we both have certain fondness for anime of old, we think anime games are mostly trash, and so we don't really want to play them. However, there are a lot of good ones. Like I was playing Dragon Ball Kakarot the other day. Okay. I really love it. Like I love a lot of anime games, but when we do get an anime genre, we want to make it something special. We don't want to focus too much on it. And it's one to be avoided. You definitely don't want to be. That's not a common genre. It's kind of niche.
Yeah. And even really like a lot of the anime games are just another game using an anime skin. Like Kakarot is a fighting game.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Naruto Shippuden, Naruto Ninja Storm.
They're all fighter games, right? Fighter skins, yeah. And I think there are definitely some good anime games out there, but we'll save those for a very special episode. Now, that being said, we are
last week on a very special episode of Clone High.
Yeah, right. I've got my tickets for Odafest.
Yeah.
I'm planning on attending, but I'm also going to try. We're going to try to get a booth. We're going to try to get a little session room.
It's like a lottery, right?
Yeah, it's like a lottery. So we're going to try to get a session room there, and if we do, then we will bring down some gear and we will record a live podcast / interview with audience participation and talk about creating a podcast and anime in the gaming world and do some audience participation stuff, kind of have some fun with it and talk to people about what it takes to start a podcast and our journey at that point, because that'll be quite a while from now.
Yeah, almost. God, we'll have been doing this for almost a year.
Yeah, I just bought my VIP tickets for Calgary Expo as well.
I really should look at that.
Yeah, they went on sale July 31st.
Okay.
And yesterday? What day is it
today? Well, it's the second
2
day.
days ago. 2 days ago. Yeah. Didn't go up till late in the day on the 31st, but yeah, I got my VIP ticket. My wife is not going with me, so I've got my VIP ticket. I'm going to book my hotel room here right away, and then I'm looking forward to that too. That we can't afford to host anything there.
No,
but
that one's not a lottery system. That's you're either invited or you pay.
Yeah, but we'll be there. Well, I'll be there.
Yep.
All things willing, hopefully we'll all be there. And maybe we'll run into some people. I'll maybe we'll get some T-shirts, some Basement Fallen Catapult
That'd
T-shirts.
That'd be fun.
And we can people can call us out in the crowd if they've ever heard our stuff for the all of the 20 or 30
unique
listeners that we've had. Yeah. I mean, we've had like almost 300 lifetime listens.
Yeah, and listen, this is as much for us now to hear, and as much for new people to hear 5 years from now. It's you're not going to start off with 1 million subscribers.
No.
And
if you do, it's because you are already famous.
Or you're being launched on a platform that already has a baked-in audience.
Yeah.
Like I've talked about VTubers quite often. A lot of those guys, they come with baked-in audiences because they're being launched from another agency.
I like it.
Right? Like a lot of the HoloLive, which is the biggest one, or at least one of the biggest ones.
We should apply to be HoloLive VTubers, and we should just.
They do have.
We should be anonymous.
They're called Flesh Tubers.
I think it would be funny.
And HoloLive does have a male branch called Holo Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be funny for us to like co-manage a single like avatar. And I think that would be
we could do like a Jekyll Hyde thing with it.
Totally. I think it'd be a total blast.
That'd be fun.
That'd be so much fun. But anyway, so yeah, we'll if we do like to play every genre of game. We don't discriminate. I think we did what did we do? Visual novel last time.
Did visual novel last time, and I had a blast with Kato.
Yeah, and so like even though we actually cringily avoided playing visual novel in a prior episode.
We did.
We embraced it this time and we did it.
You gotta open yourself up to love.
Yeah. So we love all games, we play all games. The genre selector is designed to kind of give us the opportunity to just pick one at random, and then we kind of improvise our way through it.
It's true.
We never know what we're going to be doing.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And on that note, the D20 of Destiny says we are going to...
Roll the dice, my friend.
Roll the dice. Spin the wheel, Ragged.
Uh-oh. That's a floor dice.
It's a 19.
A 19. Oh, my poor mouse.
Yeah, your poor mouse. Our poor listeners. Click, 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 click.
Oh!
Hey!
This is one of my favorite categories.
Everything is awesome.
This is one of my favorite categories. So there are categories that we've injected into the genre selector that let us kind of break away from our mold of good and bad.
Yeah.
And in this case, everything we have an everything is terrible, where we both have to play bad games. And then everything is awesome, where we get to both play good games. We get to kind of pick out games that we each kind of enjoy. And
it looks
for
like
the other.
The genre we'll be playing, Everything is Awesome, is going to be...
Well, either real-time strategy or Thing Simulator.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Thing Simulator was like Toaster Simulator, Goat Simulator.
Yeah, Goat Simulator, Pressure Washer Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator, Something Simulator.
Well, let's say we roll the d20 again. Odds.
Okay.
RTS.
Okay.
Even thing.
I love it.
All right. Odds.
Our odds were RTS. RTS. Very cool. The last time we did an RTS on episode 3.
We did an RTS on 3.
And we did an RTS on episode 13. So RTS is our episode 22.
Look at that.
Well, there's a lot of good real-time strategy games out there.
There's
so RTS is goodness, man. RTS, I always used to think that RTS was my favorite genre.
Right.
And then I think, like, what RTSs do I actually enjoy? And and how many do I own? And there's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
How about you?
Not a lot. A similar story. RTS has been like, when I think of like my first, this is a real big boys game, I go to RTS.
Yeah,
the Command and Conquer series.
For me, like, the ultimate RTSs were like Warcraft. My first RTS ever was probably Warcraft.
Warcraft 2.
Warcraft 2.
Multiplayer. And my buddy would always be humans, and he would cheat.
Those cheaters. Those little cheaters. But yeah.
The thing about this, though, is we're going to have a hard time finding games the other hasn't played a lot. Do you want to do something fun and do an RTS multi?
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
We could do that.
We could do an RTS multiplayer and co-op.
We could do that.
Because everything is awesome.
Because everything's awesome.
We get to kind of just piecemeal it together and have some fun.
Yeah.
So, what are you thinking, my good man? What are you thinking?
Well, it's been a minute, but Age of Empires 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
What
other
RTS? Like the original Stronghold.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Stronghold was good.
Was there? Yeah.
Yeah, Lords of the Realm. Let me see.
Lords of the Realm. I think I own Lords of the Realm 2.
Yeah, Lords of the Realm 2 was like my go-to. I don't know if I ever played Lords of the Realm 3. How was 3 versus 2?
I don't know. I don't believe I've played 3.
I'm sure I did play 3 at some point. Is it multiplayer? Lords of the Realm 3 was single player. I think Lords of the Realm 2 was multiplayer.
There's always StarCraft. StarCraft 2. That's a classic.
Yes. Lords of the Realm 2 says, it's funny, it says single player, but I'm sure that I remember playing this multiplayer, but it was like IPX LAN.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a different story.
It might be challenging to get set up. But Lords of the Realm 2 was good stuff. That was good stuff.
It was a classic.
Nothing like running at 480p resolution. See, it does say actually take on up to 4 friends in multiplayer. Let's see, Lord of the Rings.
It's got family sharing as an option.
Oh, I looked up Lord of the Rings
Oopsies.
instead of Lord of the Realms. That's a interesting habit.
How does this not have RTS on Lords of the Realm?
So Lords of the Realm 3 says wage war up to 7 friends. You must have played Supreme Commander.
I mean, of course, Supreme Commander 2, Shattered Alliance. Love. Actually, you know what? I could go for some Supreme Commander.
You know what? Like some like OG Supreme Commander. Like not even Supreme Commander 2, OG Supreme Commander.
With or without expansion?
Yeah, because there's the Forged Alliance.
Yeah, I own both, so it doesn't matter.
But
we got to make a decision on it.
Wakarimashita.
Das ist difficult decision, yeah. Das ist what we must do. You said OG?
OG. Yeah, let's do OG.
Done.
OG Supreme Commander. And I'm gonna.
I own it.
I'm gonna buy it.
Can I share it?
I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, you're gonna.
I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, we don't know how to do family sharing. We haven't.
We're not good at this.
We'll have to do an entire episode just on how to set up family sharing.
Set up family sharing.
I'm sure it's on YouTube
we'll,
somewhere.
We'll do a live stream of it.
So here's the cool thing. All the Supreme Commanders 30% off, 33.21 sold.
Well, that's what, $10 a game? That's perfect good.
Yeah, sold. Actually, oddly enough, I've been thinking a lot because Supreme Commander, one of the worst things about Supreme Commander was that it was single core CPU bound.
Yep.
So you would get to the point where you're playing Supreme Commander on your system, and you'd have so many units on the map and so many things going on that
CTD.
it would, like, a minute of in-game time started to take 15 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then a half an hour, and it just, the game just would crumble.
Yeah.
But you and I are running on really good Zen 4 architecture CPUs that are, you got the 5950. I've got the 5950X. You got the 5900X, which is actually higher IPC than the 5950X. So, how well does this game run single core bound when the single cores are 5 times, 6 times, 7, 8 times better than they were then? It's got to be better.
It's got to be.
My only concern is it may not run on a multi CCD chip, a multi-core design chip, right? So we'll have to see.
I hit play.
We'll have to see.
I hit play. We're gonna find out. Because you got a fat pipe down here, and the install is done. It happened.
Yeah, it's probably not that big of a game.
Not really, but nevertheless.
So Supreme Commander, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I have
everything is awesome.
I still have my Cave Dog Entertainment Total Annihilation expansion pack.
There you go.
Core Contingency or Battle Tactics. I can't remember that. But I've got the t-shirt upstairs. I gotta rip that t-shirt out one of these days.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit me. I think it's a medium. But I will put it on, we'll take a photo, and we'll put it on Instagram.
There you go.
Yeah. It's one of my, and I won that shirt in a if you were the 1 millionth visitor to the Cave Dog Entertainment website.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So I sat there hitting refresh just as everyone else did, because it was going up 1,000 at a time. We were all sitting there hitting refresh, and I got the 1 million.
You did it.
I got the 1 million. I got a signed copy of their expansion after Core Contingency, so it was Battle Tactics or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
And then a t-shirt. Oh. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. But back then it was well, what size is your t-shirt? I'm like, I don't know, medium. And now it's like wearing a tube top.
All right. All right, let's see. Let's crank this up to what? 2560?
Yeah. 1440p.
1440.
2560 by 1440.
Yep. And on a 60 hertz or
60 hertz is fine. Yeah. That monitor goes up to 165, but yeah, 60 hertz is fine.
They have a 165 setting.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, you can go 165 if you want. It'll support it.
It'll support it. Secondary adapter. Shadow fidelity. Hi. Excuse you. Anti-aliasing. 8Q. Texture detail. High. Yeah, let's just go. I can have all the good stuff.
I like it.
Apply. Oh, I'm going to get rid of Bloom, though, because Bloom is for...
Let's see.
Star Trek fans. The new one with Pine. Well, yeah, I can't even say the new one with Chris Pine anymore, can I?
Probably not.
Oh, it did not like that. It is green. It is gray.
Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna have to do some trouble. This is the problem with old games. You launch them, and sometimes they kind of just go bzzzt, and then you're kind of starting over.
Okay. Well, we'll stop. Yeah, unsaved game data may be lost. That's fine.
Shoot! Now my screen's gray too.
I flew too close to the sun.
But why? Why is my screen gray? I don't understand. Maybe it doesn't actually. Maybe the hertz hurt too much.
Maybe the hertz are too much.
It hurts too much.
It hurts so good. All right, let's go. What what was it? 2560 by 14.
How'd you get it to close? There it goes.
Alt F4.
I got it.
Let's just go down to 120. I think we can handle that. Fidelity high. Let's just say high.
It might not actually be able to run at higher resolutions without an INI file change or something.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm gonna do 1440.
Okay, that one worked. I dropped it down to 120 instead of 165, and that worked out just fine.
Yeah, you know what? And it probably is because this game would have not had monitors that supported those kinds of refresh rates back in the day.
Okay, now,
cool.
Unfortunately, the only multiplayer options are LAN IPs.
Which is totally cool, because I know your IP.
What?
What's that?
We're on a LAN.
We're on a land.
We're on a
This
land.
is so great.
This works.
So great. I don't have to do port forwarding or anything.
Nothing. We are the port.
So I'm going to host a game. We'll call the game name. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got one more thing I've got to do. I got to do
a
it.
little change in my pocket going.
I'm going to record this session.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Because, because I can.
Because you can, and it's good to, again, multiple content.
Yes.
Should I be running mine as well, and then we can splice it?
Yeah. You know what? You might as well load up OBS and say, hey,
Oh God. Okay.
run the OBS. That's the optimistic bowel syndrome.
Yeah, right. Update now. Remind me later.
Cool beans, pistachio. All right. So obviously we're gonna play. Oh my gosh, this brings back so many memories. I used to play this all the time, man. All the
Dibs
time.
on Aeon.
Oh, you bagger. You bugger. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna really just be stupid about this. We're gonna go you and me versus 6 other AIs.
I'm ready.
Right?
We're gonna lose.
Oh, we're gonna get annihilated.
We're gonna get stomped.
Where's the really big map? Which one was the biggest map in the game? Well, you know what we could do? You know what? I got.
You're ready. I'm ready.
My body is ready.
ready. This one. We're gonna do this one.
Bridge map. Yeah.
We're gonna do the bridge map. The bridge map was always a good time. Teams are locked once play begins. Yes, that's what we want.
Yeah, that's good because I will jump onto the computer team so fast.
Oh my god, don't do it.
Stab you in the back.
The unit cap is now 1,000.
Okay, that's a reasonable unit cap.
That's the max. Okay, so you and I are team 1, right?
God, I barely remember how to. Okay, yeah, all right.
I'm going to be the UEF.
Yeah.
Why not?
The United
And
Earth
then,
Forces.
yeah, so then we'll do, do we get to choose our starting locations? Oh, yeah. So click on your starting location. Where do we want to start? We should take the front lines. So like I took the top left on the bridge.
Top?
So, sorry, on the bottom left section, left side of the bridge.
Okay.
So if you take bottom left side, take right side of the bridge. I think you just click on the little gray man. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. Then we'll take do we want to just normal AI or challenge AI?
Let's go normal. There's going to be 6 of them.
Okay, so we're going to do, so on this map, we're going to do challenge AI, normal AIs. We'll randomize, they'll be on team 2.
Yeah.
But I got to figure out their starting positions. So I've got this sorted out. We're going to play against one other team.
Okay.
So we'll be on either side of the bridge.
Yep.
And I just got to look at, okay, so this
and
position
just
here,
confirming we're the bottom of the map, not the top of the map.
Right, we're the bottom of the map, yeah.
And you've taken the top left of the bottom island, and I've taken the bottom right of the island.
So these are the 2 AIs we're going to be fighting. They're going to be both on team 2.
Okay. I'm here.
And I want to be white. There we go.
I have a 24 ping, and that is outrageous.
24 ping? That's unreasonable.
24
your ping is more like 1 millisecond, so that's a game engine limitation probably. All right, let's ready up. All right. I got my spy planes like cruising their border, and they're not even shooting at me. Like they have no defense. They have no point defense. They have no turrets. Our commander's just standing there doing nothing. Come on, you guys. Here, can I gift him some stuff?
Please.
Can I be like, here, have some resources? Like, come on, man, you got to put up a bit of a fight.
Yeah, like we're. Uh-oh. My flying fortress is now 99% complete.
Oh.
And yeah, it's time. Why don't you go take a peeksy at her?
Yeah,
I'll fly it. I'll fly it over to your base here.
What are you flying to my base?
My flying fortress.
Oh, you got the flying fortress? You got the flying fortress already.
Yeah,
You're funny.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we it was too easy for us.
Yeah, we're hardcore gamers.
Nah, we're playing an easy mode. The easy AI we should never have done.
Oh, no, we
the
shouldn't
the
have done
easy AI basically is like we're gonna let you casually build up and just take your time and
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, my I don't know if you were coming in, but my siege bots took care of their commander. So I didn't even get a chance to use my flying fortress.
Yeah,
So
their commander didn't even like try.
yeah, that's too bad. Wow, you outscored me though. Well done.
Yes. The good old outscoring. Well, we're gonna have to revisit and come back to it and
We're
play it on
definitely gonna have to come back.
play it on a higher
'cause
difficulty mode one of these days.
that was a blast. That was tons of fun.
Man, I love Supreme Commander.
Where does this save it to? Or
I'll grab it. It's in like the videos folder
Okay,
on your
cool,
user
cool, cool. So
account.
you're not,
Yeah, we're totally good.
Okay. Oh, what a blast from the past.
I know, right?
That was good. Thank you. That was tons of fun. Fun in a barrel. But
Yeah.
now we have to tear apart our game.
I know, right?
Oh,
And everything was awesome. RTS.
it was, and it was as
Ah.
always everything. It was a lot of fun. It was awesome.
Man, I feel like nobody talks about Supreme Commander anymore, and I still think Supreme Commander is one of the best RTS games ever made.
It was amazing. It had everything.
Yeah.
It has like the classic rock paper scissors of what beats what.
I want to stream with you for a few hours with Supreme Commander.
Done.
Where all we do is play like on like the hardest difficulties.
And just get
wrecked. Just get wrecked.
Deal.
Yeah.
But that's how you become a better gamer. You learn.
It's true. It's true.
What's really funny is you and I, we have the same philosophy on like Dark Souls and stuff,
Yeah.
but getting pushed in by an AI on RTS sounds like fun.
Yeah, it does sound like
Like,
fun.
okay,
It's
I
like
can
where's my Dark Souls RTS?
Yeah, we're okay. I can improve like my clicks per minute. It's called playing against the Koreans,
Right?
on
Oh my
StarCraft 2.
gosh, yeah.
There's your Dark Souls RTS.
Totally.
They even have a second phase. You fool! You attacking my base was my plan all along, because I really have all of these units planted behind your base.
Yes.
Like,
You
"No!"
fool. Little did you know that I knew that you know that I'd know that you knew.
Yeah. Like, what?
So Supreme Commander, I mean, like, the game's still
It still
it's
works.
still relevant.
It's still good. It pioneered concepts that even now we're still using, like the massive horde of units.
Yeah, the shield generators.
The shield
The
generators.
the unit hordes where you're overrunning people with units.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really get to enjoy. This is
That
where
back
I
and
think the
forth waves?
stream would be good. Yeah, where
Yeah.
we play in the harder difficulties where it's like, even the AI there, they had a ton of land factories. They could have been mass spamming and sending because
Yeah.
that's the whole thing with Supreme Commanders. You gotta build up as many units as quickly as possible, and you gotta balance it with your resource generation so that you have a constant stream of units attacking the other person. You
Yeah.
can't let up.
I had 3 factories,
Mhm.
which in a competitive Supreme Commander, good luck.
Yeah, I had like 15 by the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even like you get to the tier 3 like aircraft factories and you're like, okay, I'm going to build strategic bombers. And it takes like 5 minutes to 10 minutes to build a single bomber, unless you're, of course, using tier 3 construction bots to aid construction and pumping them out faster. But like the time scale of kind of that race against the clock to be like, I need to outproduce you, but I also need to get better units and then outproduce you on those units, right?
Yeah.
And this is a game that can be won in Tech 1.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Push fast enough, and if they haven't built defenses, if they're still doing the run around the map expansion, you're hooked.
And if you're playing against really good players, the game will rarely ever get deep into Tech 3.
Very
right?
rarely, yeah.
Unless you do like a rule where there's a Tech 3 no rush, or a 10-minute no rush, or a 15 no rush, or something like that. Actually, it's funny. Linus from Linus Tech Tips, he has claimed on some of his podcasts. He does their, not really podcasts, but they do their LAN show, WAN show.
Yeah. I've heard of it.
Yeah, and he has openly challenged and said, to people like, yeah, come beat me at Supreme Commander.
No way.
Like, come, like, I bring it on, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah. I played hundreds and hundreds of hours of Supreme Commander.
I dabble.
Right? But, I digress, man.
I
What
digress.
a great game.
What a great game.
What a great game.
I have opinions about Mr. Linus. So I would love to see someone humble him at Supreme Commander.
I mean, there's no questioning. He's been extremely successful at what
absolutely.
he does.
And
my wife doesn't think he's, it's like, oh, his voice is annoying. I hear that a lot, but
yeah, he's been successful, and I'm not going to ever take that away. He created a very powerful brand.
I think we need like a gotcha game tier list of tech YouTubers. So it's like S tier, like Steve from Gamers Nexus, right?
S plus all the way, Stevie. The hair, right? the brutal honesty, the commitment to detail, Steve.
I don't think I would get along with Steve. I think Steve and I would butt heads a lot.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, you don't get along with Steve. You respect Steve.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like, I don't know if I'd like to get a beer with him, but I would read the shit out of anything he wrote.
Oh yeah. So speaking of tier lists, we both made it to tier 3.
We did.
You made a super ship.
I made a super ship.
You beat me to the super ship.
I made the super ship.
Yeah.
But you had me. I'd like to see the curve.
Yeah.
Because I think my curve is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Like that, whereas your curve, I feel, did this.
Oh, yeah. No, I have this, my play style, I just immediately spike. But that's because I'm from the start of the game. And I mean, I was a little slow this time around, but typically the way I play Supreme Commander, and again, I haven't played, this is the first time I've touched this game in probably 12 years.
Something like that. I think I installed it for nostalgia's sake, like 2-3 years ago, but I didn't.
We need to get all of our friends online to play it. And just massive. And we team up, but random spawns.
Yeah, random generator, random spawn, go.
Yeah. But
3 teams.
Yeah, I feel like what I like to do is just spam, like shift spam commands. So my guys are doing stuff for the next 20 minutes on their own, and I don't have to babysit them.
Absolutely. That's the only way that you have to do that.
So you like lay out your entire base, and it's already laid out. It's just, you got to wait.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's where I spike, because I just start laying stuff out like in mass. And then I'll grab like 10 tier 3 engineers and right click on one engineer and just mass accelerate the building of everything. And I know that's a general strategy and everybody does that. It's nothing special, but I really enjoyed revisiting that today.
Yeah. It was
fed my ADHD.
Checked off a lot of boxes for me.
Yeah.
Which means now we have to rank it.
We got to give it some ratings. Yeah. We got to give it some ratings. Did you turn off the music on yours?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I can always not use the audio stream from yours, but yes, I turned off the music on mine for recording too. So graphics and art, my good sir. Supreme Commander, does it hold up?
You know what? It does.
Yeah, it does.
Because it didn't try to do anything ridiculous.
Right.
It had very basic 3D models. It executed them extremely well.
Yeah.
And because of that, it holds up on today's hardware.
And the ground terrain looks great.
The ground terrain looks amazing.
Yeah.
The trees still look good.
Still looks good.
And that's because they took it, they executed it competently.
Yeah.
And they did it in such a way that it even blown up, it looked good. Right? Which tells me that even at lower resolutions, it would probably still look good.
Yeah.
It would read as terrain, right?
And the fact that this game is as old as it is, and still supports higher resolutions and higher refresh rates, like, good on you guys. Good on you guys.
That's something that, a lot of newer companies aren't doing. They're not future-proofing their games.
When we were loading up the game, I was thinking to myself, where's the Metal Heck map? Where's Metal Heck?
I remember.
And I was like, Metal Heck was Total Annihilation, not Supreme Commander. And I was like,
we went with the OG.
The nostalgia bug.
We got hit.
So if you had to grade the graphics in this game, knowing that this game is actually like, what year was this game?
Oh God, 2006, 2008?
I want to say it was like 2004, but Let's see.
Let's look.
Okay, February 20th, 2007.
2007. Okay, so I was pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. By Gas Powered Games.
Oh god, Gas Powered Games. They were
Published by Square Enix.
yeah, but Gas Powered Games, they were didn't they also do the Dungeon Siege game?
They did do Dungeon Siege. Yes. And Demigod, which I never tried.
Never
but-
tried.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't think I've ever played Dungeon Siege.
The original Dungeon Siege is very monotonous.
Hmm.
Dungeon Siege 2 is a little bit better. And Dungeon Siege 3 unfortunately went too far down the I don't want to call it the yassification of the ARPG titles, but it was very
Well, Dungeon Siege 3 is a different company. They're Obsidian Entertainment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because Obsidian Entertainment did some really great games out of they did what, New Vegas. They
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
What else?
We love Obsidian.
We love
Yeah,
Obsidian. I didn't love Dungeon Siege 3.
So out of 10, your graphics and art.
Out of 10, it is going to get a solid 7.
7. Okay, cool.
You know, again, it still holds up, and that's a 7 today,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying for 2006 or
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
this is a 7 today.
Yeah, I mean, it was for an RTS, for me, it was a 10 out of 10 when it came out in
Oh,
2007.
absolutely, when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
But you know,
Um,
it is showing its age a little bit.
It is. We're a
But
little
it's-
pickier now.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
shield, especially the shield,
the
the shield
the
effects.
shield particles, yeah.
Man,
those
they
are
did such a good job with that.
Oh,
and
those
when
are-
stuff
oof.
impacts the shields,
you
it
get
looks
that
so
flares,
cool. Oh,
yeah. Love it. I didn't get to see it too much because unfortunately our boys didn't push too hard into the air.
Yeah.
But when the chaff starts going off, you
Yeah.
get like that in the air. Love that effect.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think they did a great job on that.
Yeah, no, they attention to detail and like that care.
Yeah.
You know, like this was in the era where let's make a game, and if it takes us 3 years,
Mhm.
it takes us 3 years. Yeah, I mean, crunch was always a thing, and unfortunately, it is a very toxic thing in the game developer cycle.
Yeah.
But you know, this was a different era. I talk a lot about how when marketing got involved, kind of started the decline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just for the quality of games, but also the decline for that customer. Like,
Yeah.
we're getting less now.
Well, yeah, the marketing budgets on games have gotten like
So
grossly high. And it's
Gross.
like if you just took those marketing budgets and put it into making a better game,
Yeah,
word of
slash.
mouth would spread that game faster than any marketing budget ever could.
Yeah, slash that marketing budget by half.
Yeah.
And that's not a diss to the people who do marketing. Like you guys, it is a valuable service, but I think it's gotten a little too top heavy, if you will.
I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of games that rely heavily on their hype and their marketing, and
Oh,
then they're not
absolutely.
even good games.
They're not even good games.
Yeah. So, music audio. I wasn't playing with music, but I reminisce.
Music,
you know?
I didn't hear, but I'll often talk a lot about audio
Mm,
and the importance of cues. And every laser blast sounds crisp.
Mhm.
When explosions happen, you feel it.
well, the audio design in this game,
So good,
precise,
crisp,
it sounds
clean,
so good.
so good.
Whoever was the audio engineer for this game, kudos to you.
You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Which means you get my vaunted 8.
Yes.
Again, I don't remember the music, but the nostalgia tells me it was a banger track.
Yeah.
But it also tells me it was repetitive.
Yeah, it was. It was another one of those games where, like, you want to focus on the game, you generally turn the music off. But
Yeah.
but the audio alone,
The audio,
explosions, the sounds, the robot movements when your commander
The
moves,
clonk, 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 yeah. It
like
felt
it's just
good.
so good.
So
yeah.
audio, it's 8.
I love it.
Which means now we talk about
Gameplay.
gameplay. This is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah,
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's the RTS loop of build, expand, attack, recover.
yeah,
And it does it so well, and it did such an interesting thing with the ability to reclaim destroyed units.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like someone sends a spider bot against you,
Yeah.
and you blow it up, and you get to reclaim all those resources.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
great.
It's huge. And like that alone was this big thing because now you could afford at the end of a battle, you could mass slam everything and go into the negative for your mass production. but you're harvesting all of the carcasses on the field,
Yeah.
which brought your mass back into the
Yeah,
positives.
yeah,
So it
exactly.
was huge in that regard as well.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, total revolutionized a lot of the gameplay, because in the earlier RTSs, you'd throw all these units at each other and you'd be like,
I wish Supreme Commander would have taken off better than StarCraft, because in my opinion,
no,
not everyone can have a perfect opinion.
not everyone can have
But
a
in
perfect
my
opinion.
opinion, Supreme Commander is an extremely far more supreme game
Yeah.
than StarCraft.
Well,
or StarCraft 2. I think Supreme
yeah.
Commander is a better RTS.
No, absolutely. Oh, 100% agree.
Yeah.
The thing about StarCraft is, wasn't even supposed to be StarCraft. The folks at Blizzard originally wanted to do a Warhammer 40k game.
Yeah? Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah, no, originally it was supposed to be a 40k game. Games Workshop would not give them the license.
Okay.
So instead of just scrapping it, they pivoted.
Hmm.
And they made the Protoss, which were going to be the Eldar.
Makes sense.
The Terrans, which were just going to be the Space Marines.
Which makes sense, because that's what they are.
And the Zerg, which
Yeah.
were just going to be the Tyranids.
Yeah.
So
basically, they ripped off Warhammer.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no joke. Originally, it was going to be a Warhammer 40k game. And they didn't get the license, and instead of like trashing all the beta work, they just pivoted.
That's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious to me. Yeah, so fun.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Yeah.
10.
Like, guys,
10 out of 10.
guys,
You're sleeping. If
guys.
you haven't played it, you're sleeping on it.
you're sleeping on it. If you've never played Supreme Commander and you love the RTS genre,
Get on it.
get on it.
Get on it.
And if
It's
you-
$33 on Steam right now for all, 3 games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and if you, all the expansions, everything,
Yeah.
all 2 games in the expansions, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So Super Commander, Super Commander 2, and the Forged.
And I wasn't as much of a fan of Supreme Commander 2. It
No,
didn't,
Supreme
I
Commander
feel like
was-
Supreme Commander
was
was like
good.
ultimate.
Yeah.
And if they could just port Supreme Commander to a game engine that allows multi-threading, I think Supreme Commander would be unstoppable as an RTS with a few little tweaks and balancing.
No.
But
You know, that raises an interesting question.
yeah,
Let's see. Supreme Commander multi-thread.
so your I don't think they would be able to do that. It would be baked into the game engine.
Yeah, let's see.
So your general rating, your average is 8.8.
Some people are saying Core Maximizer would help
Yeah.
with that, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
8.8,
yeah.
done. Round it up to 9.
Round it up to 9. All right, we're giving this game a 9.0. So I'm assuming that when it comes to tossing it into the basement vault or catapulting it off into fame and success and glory,
Load it up,
It's
baby.
a
I'm
catapult.
sending this thing to the stars.
to the moon,
To the moon.
to the moon, Alice, to the moon,
One of these days, Alice. To the moon.
to the moon, Alice. I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Cool.
Threats of domestic violence.
So-
What was that? The Honeymooners, I think.
maybe.
That sounds right.
So I guess my ratings.
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah, so I mean, like, we've had a pretty open discussion about this. Graphics and art, you know, I'm gonna still give it an 8. I love the terrain, I love the textures. I don't know if you set your texture quality to high or not, but I set all my graphics qualities to high because it doesn't default to high. Yeah, for me, graphics and art is an 8. I love the units. I love the art direction and design. I love the explosions. I love the missile launchers and the fact that the little doors open and the missiles launch.
Yeah.
I love the effort that they put into the 3 different factions and creating very different designs for super weapons.
Yeah.
And even like each of the factories look a little different. I like the underwater effects and the submarine effects. I love the sonar effects, the radar effects. I think they did Fog of War very well. I think they did the radar systems extremely well. I think everything about this game is just so good for me. And that might be some like nostalgia bias talking, but just playing it now, I was like, why did I ever stop playing this game?
Oh, I'm glad we got to play it together.
Right? And I know why I stopped playing it, because when I played this game, I was on an Intel quad-core Extreme QX9650 Extreme Core $1,299.99 processor. 4 cores, stock 3 gigahertz, overclockable with like just a few tweaks to 4 gigahertz on air cooling, no problem. I bought a water-cooled board for it, but I didn't water cool it. Mostly because in Canada, water cooling stuff was still like using fish tank components because we didn't really have water cooling yet. But yeah, like
nowadays you can just buy like a self-contained unit.
Yeah.
Like, it just.
But man, that QX9650, which actually is the computer I'm tearing down for my Shadowbox YouTube video that I'm doing.
That's which I can't wait to see, guys.
Oh, I can't wait to have your help doing it.
No.
But yeah, it's that PC was built in 2005-ish, and you'd get about an hour into the game playing multiplayer with other people, and you had like a 15-minute pause on attacking, and you made some rules and wanted to make it fun, right?
Yeah.
So you're all getting into tier 3, your mass waves of enemies coming at all times, and some of these Supreme Commander games could go 2 to 3 hours if you had really good players, and neither one was greatly better than the other one.
Alternatively, the game can end before you even get to Tech 2.
Oh, totally. Or like, oh crap, someone got strategic missiles before I got strategic missile defense. I am done, right?
Whooped.
Oh, I'm whooped. So the game would just slow down so badly on that CPU. But I know I've benchmarked that CPU against my current, the 5950X. I've got like 400, 500, 600% more single core chutzpah. Chutzpah,
You really garble that.
You got a chutzpah. And it's, the lazy way is chutzpah.
That's an almost different word.
Is it? Oh, well, I like that. I've heard a lot of people just say chutzpah, but I gotta get that. You're right. I gotta get the. I gotta get the in there. But yeah, the old CPUs just couldn't handle this game. This game, as far as an RTS, allowed up to 1,000 units, unit cap each. So 3,000 units, all with their independent motion calculations. CPUs of the day just couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
But CPUs nowadays can. And so anyway, that's why I'm glad we're back to the game. We're back to the game. So music and audio, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Again, music, yes, repetitive.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do with music in a game like this.
Yeah. It was all kind of synthy, sci-fi, like.
But the audio's amazing.
God, the audio is.
When stuff hits your shields, the like woof sound that it makes, right? We didn't even get to that point, but I remember it, and I love the game.
I remember it. I remember it well.
And I'm with you. Gameplay's a 10 out of 10. Fun's a 10 out of 10. The only comment I would make about gameplay is tooltips.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, tooltips would have been nice.
Tooltips and hotkeys, maybe a little bit more, but 2007 was kind of a growth year for the game industry.
Yeah,
so
there are hotkeys, and some of them you just because you come in with a gaming experience, right? You know how this all works.
Yeah, I agree. So gameplay fun, 10 out of 10. I mean, play this game. It's fun. You want to play against us? Send us an email. We'll set up a game. Like,
please,
let's do this.
Let's do this. Finish him. Fatality.
So general rating 9.0 as well. I think this is a 9 out of 10 game for me.
9 out of 10 game. And considering how old it is, that is outstanding. It's pushing 20.
And when this game came out, for me, it was a 10 out of 10 game.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I mean, my tastes have changed. I'm a little more mature. I like wine now. I didn't like wine in 2007.
I still don't like wine.
Yeah.
I'm a gin kid. I don't know what it is about gin. It's the Pine Sol, I think.
Gin, the genie that's a trickster as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah, this is a catapult. This is for me.
Load it on the catapult. Send it up.
Yeah, you gotta get this. You gotta get this game. You gotta play it. If you even if you don't like RTSs, or if you've dabbled in RTSs and you're like, yeah, they're kind of fun, but I haven't really found one I like, give Supreme Commander a try. I know it's a 2007 game that's like $31 for the 2 games and both of their expansions, but man, just play this game. It's good.
I think you can pick up the first just Supreme Commander the OG for like $7.
Yeah, but we're not going to steer you wrong.
No,
and you know what? You may not like it. Not everybody's opinion can be perfect.
Exactly. And on that note, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
That's Trevor.
That's Aaron.
And
good luck. Have fun. Don't die.
And that's our time, and the end of our episode.
But don't feel sad it's over. Be glad it happened. From the two of us in the basement, thanks for tuning in.
Join us next time.
And feel free to send us any feedback on our socials or send us a direct email at bfcpcontact@gmail.com.
And if you're really interested in what we're doing, join us on Patreon, where we will have loads of behind-the-scenes stuff and uncut takes as more episodes are released. Patreon.com/basements, faults, and catapults.
We're always excited to hear from you because we love engagement. We look forward to our next catapult launch and hope you can join us for the ensuing chaos.
Good luck.
See you next time.
I love trash. Like, I go to, we've talked about my movie store a million times I go to.
Yeah.
And they were built on trash and
Yeah.
exploitation films of the era. Like, there's a beauty to it.
Yeah.
And also, like, let's not forget, a lot of these cheap, trashy entertainment films
Yeah.
are the first big break for a lot of artistes.
Yeah.
Like James Gunn got started with Trauma Films.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Trauma Films, if you don't know who Trauma Films are, you gotta, cause, but they have one movie called Tromeo and Juliet,
Hmm.
and there's a dream sequence where the guy's penis turns into one of the monsters from Aliens.